Hello, for this video I wanted to share a new tarot deck that I just ordered. I actually got it off of eBay, and it's one of the Rider Waite tarot cards. This is probably one of the less popular of the collector's type editions. This is the 1961 B. Shackman and Merrimack Publishing, and it's the complete set of tarot cards that was printed in Hong Kong. And like I said, it is a collector, but it's one of the least populars, I think, because of the poor printing quality that they had at the time. And also I think that I'll show you something very specific about this deck that is a little bit different from the rest of the Rider Waite tarot decks. But it says a complete set of tarot cards with easy to follow instructions. This is the box that has the sun on the front. It says complete set of tarot cards with instructions on the front as well. And then it has the Wheel of Fortune with the same title on the back. On the bottom it says complete set of tarot cards. So we are very aware that it is a complete set of tarot cards. This is the deck. So like I said, I ordered it on eBay, and I think that the price is pretty affordable. It's just sort of a novel thing to have. This is what the back looks like. It's got sort of like this maroon brown type color printed mosaic pattern. So this is what we have. And then it also came with this paper that has card positions. It says, spreading the deck or telling the fortune directions. Take the top card after the questioner has shuffled the deck and place it in position on the chart below. See small direction book for further information. B. Shackman and Company. And then it has the East 26th Street, New York, New York, 10010. It says number 1961 S, printed in Hong Kong. So I guess it has like a layout, and I'm gonna do this for the first time with you here on this video. Curious to kind of play with this, but first I want to do what I normally do when I get a new deck, which is do an introductory spread. And the one thing I did want to show you is these cards has words written on the bottom, and that's what makes it so novel, if you will. Is this particular version, this 1961 version, doesn't have the copyright on the side that says US Game Systems Inc., which is what we have these days. I can open up another deck that I have of the Rider Waite, and you wouldn't be able to see it from that far away, but it does say 1961 US Games Systems Inc. It's very tiny print on the side. So that's when 1971, that's when they came up with the copyright. So US Games owns the copyright of the Rider Waite and the colors and the design and everything. So this was pre-1971. It was made in 61. It does not have the copyright on the side. It has all these words on them, and I've heard that the words from reviews and stuff that I've read before I actually got this deck, the words don't accurately depict the meaning of them. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to do the reading that I normally do and interpret the images like I normally do, and then secondarily I'm going to read the sentence, or I guess the keywords on the bottom. Alright, so please tell me about yourself. Greatest strength, greatest weakness. What is our energy like together, and what is the message that you have for me? This is, I guess, a bonus card. Just sort of slipped out. It's a new beginning. The Fool card is always indication of a new beginning. So we'll see. Greatest, who are you? Who are you? You are bad news. You are the Four of Swords, which is about peace of mind, rest, relaxation, recovering. It is recovering. Maybe it's a recovery. These colors are horrible. You can't even really see the stained glass detail. It's all sort of like blurred and melted together. I kind of like it in a way. It has its own like very crude charm. Greatest strength, a good marriage, woohoo. Yeah, this card is all about, you know, joy, happiness. I feel like it's just fun. Like this card is just saying, this deck is fun. It's a good time, has good energy. I don't know if it's to be taken serious, but it's definitely lighthearted. Okay. The greatest weakness is the Five of Wands. This is chaos as well. Things are very disorganized, and it's probably because of the words, and it's sort of jumbled energy, and that jumbled energy to me is like the blur of the colors, to be honest. Okay, tell me about you and me. King of Wands, it's favorable. King of Wands likes to play. You know, I'm probably going to like to play with this deck. You know, like I said, it's kind of exciting. It's novel. But if I'm the King of Wands, I'm able to sort of respond to it well and overlook any sort of flaws, quote unquote flaws it might have. The message for me is the reader, the star. Oh. Truth, promise, propitiousness, fulfillment, beauty, immortality. Wow, that's quite a message. The star. Okay. Perfect. The star is about celestial support, right? Angels, guides. I think it really appreciates the fact that I have welcomed it in. I'm not gonna make it sit on the shelf and collect dust, even though it is a collector's deck. I think I might use it just for like I said, for novelty or for fun. Oh, difficulties. I don't think the person that had this deck before really liked it. And it's recovering from that experience. This would be like packaging it up, being sold on eBay, and this is the transit. It's an arrival to my house. You know, we live in the informational technology era, where you're just sort of able to order something and it just appears on your door, which I think is so cool still. I'm not really over that. Anyway, this is a fun deck. The words on the bottom, you know, to just sort of say the King of Wands is favorable altogether. That's sort of the summary for him. I don't know. Anyway, this is the interview spread. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share with you the words on all of these cards. And by doing that, I'm also going to sort them. Okay, so we've got cups. This is normally how I like to arrange my decks. So I like to do the wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, and then have the majors up here. Swords, cups, major, major, sword. I might cut this part out just to sort of spare you, but I just wanted to show you, spare you the tedious process of this, of going through all 78 cards. I just want to show you my style and how I like to sort them and count them. Okay, so I've sorted all of the cards. I'm going to go ahead and run through the definitions of all of the cards if you are as interested as I am to see what they say. I have not actually read them yet, except for the ones that I pulled out for the introductory interview spread that I do. So if you want to go ahead and skip past this part, if you're not interested in hearing all of the definitions and me read all of the 78 cards, feel free to skip forward. I'm going to be doing the reading with the sheet here that was tucked into the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Okay, so the Fool card says foolishness, frenzy, impulsiveness, heedlessness, agitation, and blunder. The Magician, skill, artistry, assurance, determination, versatility, and competence. The High Priestess, knowledge, intelligence, understanding, scholarship, and wisdom. Some of these really do make sense so far. The Empress is activity, growth, fertility, productiveness, and progress. The Emperor is nobility, power, achievement, supremacy, wealth, and dominance. The Hierophant, gentleness, sacredness, benevolence, leniency, righteousness, and tenderness. The Lovers, attraction, loveliness, affection, elegance, and concord. You know, it's really interesting to me how there's no red in this picture. There definitely was red ink as they printed in the Emperor, and the Hierophant, the colors actually sort of bleed off the page. There's like red, yellow, orange, so it sort of looks like the colored sort of slid to the right, because it's all supposed to be, the mountains are all supposed to be one color in the background. Anyway, they do have red. There is no red in the Lovers card. Very interesting to me. The Chariot says domination, triumph, discord, victory, trouble, challenge. Strength, fortitude, firmness, confidence, and assurance. The Hermit, discretion, tact, judiciousness, heed, circumspection, and preparedness. Wheel of Fortune, providence, predestination, authority, honor, and principle. Justice, morality, virtue, fairness, and rectitude. Hanged Man, sacrifice, transcendence, glory, renunciation, piety. Death, destination, rebirth, creation, renewal. Temperance, harmony, moderation, rationality, friendliness, and forbearance. The Devil, evil, catastrophe, captivity, disorder, and violence. The Tower, ruin, suffering, affliction, chastisement, unexpectedness, disaster. The Star, truth, promise, propitiousness, fulfillment, beauty, and immortality. We saw this one in the spread. The Moon, savagery, peril, instability, falsehood, disillusionment. The Sun, sensitivity, innocence, pleasure, renewal, restoration, victory, and perfection. Judgment, discovery, development, resolution, and conclusion. The World, culmination, triumph, self-awareness, natural perfection. I kind of like that. Never heard of the World as being natural perfection. A lot of these really fit, actually, for the majors. It's fun. Ace of Wands, Calamities, yes. Here's where I begin to disagree. The Ace of Wands is a very auspicious card. It's very lucky. It's a good start. Feeling enthusiastic. Okay, well anyways, this is calamities. Also, I disagree with small disappointments, but that's what the Two of Wands says. I feel like that's kind of laughable, to be honest. Three of Wands, very good, useful collaboration. I do agree with that. Four of Wands, unexpected good fortune. Okay. Five of Wands, financial success. Six of Wands, betrayal by a friend. Yeah, so I don't really agree with a lot of the Wands. Seven is a dark child. Okay. Domestic disputes for the 8. 9 is bad news. 10 is difficulties. Page of Wands, search for a mate. I've never heard of this one before. Knight of Wands, alienation. Okay. Queen of Wands, a good harvest. Interesting. King of Wands, favorable, like we saw. Okay, so the Wands were pretty all over the place. Some were fitting, some were not so much. Okay, Ace of Cups, inflexible will, unalterable law. Two of Cups, favorable for business and pleasure. Three of Cups, unexpected advancement. Okay. 4 is contrary events. Oh, come on. 5 of Cups, happiness and success. Gifts. Does it look like he's happy? Oh God. He's in mourning. So that's like the antithesis of basically what it means. Okay, good. Good to know. 6 of Cups, pleasant memories. Yes, okay. 7 of Cups, a fair child and resolution. So the 7 of Cups as opposed to the 7 of Wands. You've got the fair child, and the 7 of Wands, I guess, is the dark child. Okay. 8 of Cups, marriage with a fair woman. 9 of Cups, good augury for military. Interesting. For military, huh? 10 of Cups, a good marriage. Page of Cups, a good augury. Again, so the page is a good augury. 9 of Cups is a good augury for military. I guess augury means like a good omen or a good sign. So, okay. Page of Cups is a good sign. Knight of Cups, a fortunate visit. Queen of Cups, woman of uncertain character. Oh, I'm sorry. King of Cups, beware of ill will. Wow, they really threw the Cups couple under the bus, didn't they? I tend to like them. They're a very sweet couple. Ace of Swords, great prosperity or great misery. Well, either way, not so sure. Gifts for a lady, protection for a man. Interesting. Some of these I've never heard the description for it being that. So I'm learning something new. 3 of Swords, flight of a lady's lover. 4 of Swords, bad news. We saw this one in the introductory spread. 5 of Swords, misfortune. Okay. 6, good voyage. 7 of Swords, good fortune. Wow, they really missed the mark on that one, didn't they? I don't think a thief is necessarily good fortune unless it's the person who's stealing, then they come up. But probably not good fortune for the person they're stealing from. Scandal for a woman is the 8. Okay. A bad omen is a 9. Yeah, okay, makes sense. A friend's treason, 10. Okay, Page of Swords, an indiscreet inquiry. I could see that. Knight of Swords, heroic action. Okay. Queen of Swords, a widow, sure. King of Swords, a professional man. Okay, so I kind of agree with the swords more so than the Wands, or the, you know, King and Queen for the Cups. That was kind of sad. All right, so the Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, most favorable of all the cards. Wow. Favoritism here. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Troubles are imaginary. Three of Pentacles. Celebrity for a man's oldest son. That's a little archaic. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Pleasant news from a lady. This is so entertaining to me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Conquest of fortune by reason. Interesting. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Caution about the present. Seven is improved position. Okay. A young man or a dark girl for the 8. Fulfillment of nearby cards. That's very specific. It's very possible, but I've never... Oh, okay. It's very specific for the meaning of it. Sure. 10, a house or dwelling. Okay, sure, yes. Page of Pentacles, a young person. Well, all of the pages are young people, so that's a given. Moot point. Knight of Pentacles, a useful man. True, true. Queen of Pentacles, riches. I like that. King of Pentacles, a dark man. Okay, that fits too. Yeah, some of these I really agree with. Some of them are way off base. So this is really just, it's very entertaining to me. So I hope that you found it as entertaining as I did. It's a novel thing, like I said at the beginning. It's just a fun deck to have. I don't have any other like collectors, Rider Waite. I have like 1 or 2 other collectors, Rider's Waites, but this is fun. All right, so I'm going to do the cards positions spread. Okay, so I think the cards are about shuffled pretty well at this point. Let me lay this out again. All right, so the first position, this card shows the influence affecting the questioner, the atmosphere surrounding the matter in question. Okay, atmosphere, the influence. This reveals or assists the obstacles facing the questioner. This represents the questioner's aim or the most practical goal that he can achieve or avoid under the circumstances. Okay. Practical goals. Obstacles, practical goals. I guess that would be with solutions, maybe. This indicates the foundation upon which the present circumstances are based. The causes. Okay. Obstacles, solutions, causes. So the energy surrounding it, obstacles, solutions, causes. This represents the immediate past or the influences which were present but which are now passing. Okay, the past shows the influence that will operate in the near future, the forces which are becoming influential. This represents the questioner and shows his attitude, his frame of mind, the movement of something. Interesting, okay. This shows the questioner's environment, his position in life, his friends' influence on him, fears or hopes or predictions. This indicates the final outcome, the culmination of all the influences shown. So basically, this is the Celtic cross that I'm seeing. They've just sort of worded it differently, and they have it laid out in rows of 2 5s. Okay, just gonna give it another quick shuffle. I'm gonna ask about the card deck itself, actually. Let's see. The card deck itself, cards positions spread. Okay, we see the High Priestess. So this is the influence affecting the questioner. This is sort of the theme. The High Priestess is a psychic woman, and she's holding this scroll. Oftentimes this is the tarot reader. Okay, there's a part of the scroll that's hidden, so maybe not you know, focusing too much on the bottom part of these cards. Like the scroll could actually be the card itself and part of it's cut off. Okay, so the obstacles. Scandal for a woman. Okay. Maybe just a little bit of confusion or competing thoughts. Sticking with the most simple answer and the simple truth. The most, let's see, the questioner's aim, the practical goal. Practical goal is enjoyment. Just enjoying the cards as they are, taking it for what it is, and nothing more. Okay. The foundation is the King of Cups. It says beware of ill will. I don't really like that part. But the King of Cups is something that is familiar. It's something that you like. Okay, well, I like the cards just as they are. That's fine. Let's see, the immediate past. Maybe this is where the cards were stored in this like group. It looks like a shop or a store. Not really sure a lot of the information about like the actual seller that sold these to me on eBay, but it just looks like they were in a group of other things. Stop. Okay, well, whatever. The paper is crooked. All right, the influence that will operate in the near future. You know, it's about being creative. Okay. Forces that are being influential. This is the thumbs up card. It's like, hey, just go for it. You know, it's fun. It's exciting. Okay, the questioner shows the attitude is frame of mind, the movement of something. The Tower card is something unexpected. So I maybe wasn't expecting the colors to be such of a poor quality. I kind of knew the words were on the bottom, but maybe it just sort of came as a surprise to me actually what was being said on the cards. The actual descriptions themselves just don't really resonate with me. Bad news. The questioner's environment, his position in life, his friends' influence on him. Maybe this is what other people think of the deck. They're not so sure either. I feel like this card generally describes how people feel about me as a card reader anyway. They're kind of like, some people can be kind of freaked out, especially if they're really conventional types. Represents the questioner's fears, hopes, or predictions. Okay, well, it's interesting that we've gone from 1 wand to 10 wands. Difficulties, fears of this being difficult to use. Maybe it's a little bit of a handful. Yeah. Final outcome is temperance. Final outcome, culmination of all of the influences shown. Temperance, harmony, moderation, rationality, friendliness, forbearance. I do get the moderation, everything in moderation. I probably will use these cards a little bit conservatively, not so often. There we go. Fulfillment of nearby cards. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles is like, you know, enjoying something to be added to the collection of other objects here. So I like them. I like them for what they are. This is fun to use this. I normally do a Celtic cross when I look at this. I didn't know that this was going to be a Celtic cross paper here, but oh, it was fun all the same. I enjoy doing these 2 readings on the energy of the cards themselves, unboxing it. I guess the next thing that I would do would be to clear them. Ideally, you should probably clear your cards before you use them. So I can show you how to do that. Whenever I get a new tarot deck, I like to clean them from the distributor or the people that may have handled them before I did. So I like to put them in this little dish, this tray. It's just a cheap oven tray. And I like to sprinkle salt on them to absorb any of the negative energy. And also I like to put these black tourmaline stones in each of the corners to sort of draw out any of the negative energy. You can also use black obsidian stones. Any really black stones would absorb energy. And also put a clear quartz crystal here in the center to sort of clear that and push the energy out towards the other obsidian stones and sort of help the salt do its work. So I just sort of let it sit there until I intuitively feel like it's done sort of marinating, if you will. And I'll show you the next step is actually sage them. So I went ahead and lit a little bit of white sage, and this is sort of the end of the stick that I had here. You don't need a lot to kind of just wave it over. It's just a final clearing. The salt does most of the work, and so do the stones, and the sage just sort of clears any of the lingering energy that may be left. Hope you enjoyed this video of my new tarot deck. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't seen any of the other tarot readings that I've done on my channel, feel free to watch those. I have lots of other videos, and I'll continue to upload more readings and more videos of new decks that I get, and yeah. Alright, so take care, and I'll see you in the upcoming videos.